Hey, 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 hey. Okay, so the stream might be a little bit delayed, but that's okay. I'm gonna try and keep this stream short so that I can actually get back to actually writing for like the beginning, because I went for a swim today. Alright, I'm like dead tired, but I also like super hyped up because adrenaline plus coffee plus, you know, good food, and like, yeah, basically I'm in like probably tip-top condition except for like some of my physical parts. Yeah, I sustained some kind of injury. I don't know how, but the pool is like, the pool is full of sharp edges for some reason. Like I got cuts on my fingers. I don't know where, but it definitely was from the pool, so I have no idea how that happened. Don't ask me. In any case, so today it's a Fright month writing prompt challenge, day 2 of it. So yesterday was kind of like day 1. I was kind of day. Today I'm a little bit chirpier. Tomorrow I don't know. Okay, tomorrow we'll be having the usual stream with Venus, and I'll be also doing this. So hopefully you guys actually give me something interesting to talk about. So fire breathing tortoise. Don't ask me how this came about. I just decided to, you know. Well, in any case, so I actually want to share that I found a winner this this time round. Like, you know, I didn't just give cookies, I gave them my very first purple heart, so that's huge, right? For those of you who like, oh my god, what's this thing, what's going on, I don't know what you're talking about, okay, don't worry, it's here. Alright, so for anybody who is new and just discovered this series before October ends this year, my server is hosting this writing prompt competition. So everybody who is a writer or not a writer and someone who just wants to write for fun, like participate and push yourself, yes, this is for you. So this is only on my Discord. So the channel would be archived or would be deleted the moment it's gone. So please make sure that you keep your own copies if you want to. Alternatively, you can turn to this stream archive and then pause the screen and retype it out again if you want to. So some of the rules are anybody can participate, you cannot self-vote, and then you are limited to, this is part of the server, okay, 1 Discord length. Okay, your submission can be only 1 Discord length. Each prompt lasts for 24 hours. I will give 2 prompts. So for example, I will give today's prompt, which is 13, and I'll give tomorrow's prompt, which is the sloth poltergeist. Okay, but please only submit 13. Don't submit the sloth poltergeist prompt, even if you did so, until the time is there, like, you know, until the reset time is there. I'm going by GMT plus 8, so I will go by this thing over here. So as you can see, 2nd October. So I have some entries, and I was like, I couldn't stay up till like midnight, so the break thingy wasn't there. It's supposed to look like this with the box, but I was a bit late. They were earlier than me. Alright, in any case, so we have a few participants, a little bit lesser than the first round, yeah. So some of you guys can't make it due to reasons, which is fine. And then the ones that I have here, I found that it's interesting this time. So fire breathing tortoise. Right, so the first entry is from Tanang Droopy Ghost. Right, so actually just a short introduction to who Droopy Ghost is, because they might be coming on with my stream in future. Right, I actually found them on webnovel itself, so they are actually a writer, but they didn't start writing what they wrote now. They've rebranded themselves into a BL author, but before that they were a horror writer. Like, I really love their horror works, but they kind of stopped doing that because COVID was hard, and horror didn't really sell with the webnovel market, so that's kind of a shame. Now I'm hoping that this will give them a little bit of confidence boost, because I really like this. It gives me like the Alan Edgar Poe kind of vibes, and I really like Alan Edgar Poe, so this is a winner in my books. I gave it a purple heart, okay? Just spoiler alert, I just gave it a purple heart because I read it the first time on a holiday. I was still like overseas, and I was like, yeah, okay. Then when I came back, I was so tired. I was like, the words didn't register. And then when I logged on again the 3rd time I read it, I was like, oh, this is great. And then after I rated it a cookie, I was like, wait, hold up a second. I went back to read again, and then I was like, okay, you know what? This deserves a heart. After I gave the heart, I talked to her, and then I came back again to read it. And I'm doing it one more time on the stream now. It kind of shows that this thing is worth rereading, and I really liked it, so I'm gonna share with you. It has no title, but it's about fire-brain tortoise. I actually named it Boing Boing for now because that's what it is. Right, so Boing Boing came the hare. From a distance, mischievous eyes stare. Why walk so slow, neighbor? Your food stays, but I get there first. Eat your food. I eat your food and you hunger and thirst. And then boing boing came the hare again, spotting the tortoise there and then, hopping its furry feet and knocking its furry hand against the good old tortoise's carapace. Good morning, tortoise. Why the long face? This is like really good. In case you don't know, carapace is actually like the top shell of a tortoise. Right? The bottom, or was it the bottom shell? I can't remember. I think it's the top one. Yeah. Carapace. Google is here for a reason. Nope, I spelled wrong. Yeah, it's the top part of the shell. It's the top part of the shell. Yeah, okay, I was right. I don't know what the bottom one is called now. I forgot. It doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, carapace is the top. So you ate what I can reach, so I starve. What lay on the ground are those left marred? The hare laughed and giggled. You're too slow for this race, my friend. So let's forage by the clearing's end. Okay, so while it doesn't actually rhyme all of it here, the ending here rhymes, so it's good. And as you can see, this is like a conversation thing. So this poem is a two-person's POV thing. So those of you who struggle with POVs, yes, you can learn a little thing from here. Right, the tortoise walked and walked, the hare only talked and talked. Okay, this is good. This line is good. Right, there's a comparison over here. Soon they reached where the hibiscus grew. The tortoise stretched its neck for a flower, while the hare tiptoed and grew taller. So this is nice. This is really nice. The red petals vanished, but lo and behold, in the distance where the trees fold, this is good, was a strange plant no one saw before. Looking down, the hare then bent. Friend, over there is a banquet scent. This is good. Right? The friends reached the strange plant. The fruits red, slim, and a bit slant. What could it be? The hare picked and sniffed. Very good, picked and sniffed. Soon crunching it with its teeth. But the fruit fought back with heat. Okay, this last line may not be so smooth, but I will accept it. Right? Is it good? The tortoise asked, curious about the hare's red mask. So in this case, the hare's red mask, I'll leave it to your interpretation. Yes. It could be spicy. Alright, and I don't do well with spicy, so I know. So it's a delicacy, the hare huffed. It picked another fruit and tried, offering the friend yet a wild ride. The tortoise stretched its neck for a sniff, for a little peck. Then the tortoise ate from the hare's hand. Boing boing, the hare jumped around in helpless celebration with no sound. But the tortoise made no cry. Soon, the hare stopped to ask why. So yeah, it's like the when they are expecting a sabotage out of you and you're like just, no, yeah, meh, it was okay, I guess. And then they're like, are you sure about that? So what's wrong, my friend? Too hot? The friend then begged the hare mister to stay, get down, and lean closer. Oh, you know this is coming. So from the tortoise came a breath. To the hare it was like death. Flames sticked its fur red and clean. In pain the hare would roar. Boing boing, it came around no more. So in case those of you who do not know, there's one poem that is rather similar to this thing. Allan Edgar Poe, The Raven. Okay, Poe is my favorite. He's gothic AF. The Raven, Allan Edgar Poe poem. Year. So in this, oops, exposed. Okay, in this place, there's a boing boing, it came around no more. Reminded me of the last part here. Where is it? Shall be lifted nevermore. Then quoth the raven nevermore. So in this case, the boing boing was pretty much like the repetitions for it. So you can see that Droopy and Sakushi has the same kind of idea. Sakushi actually puts this below here, the Kraken tonight. And then Droopy actually puts the boing boing as the catchphrase in front. So this is actually something that you can learn if you have not done poem before. Like, she put in a lot of effort for this. And I honestly think with a little bit more polishing for this thing, it can go like self-published and everything. Like, I will help her. I really want her to continue writing horror because that's where I found her and that's what I like about her. Unfortunately, you know, she doesn't do horror that well now. Like, she doesn't do it that much now. Yeah, I hope that she can win this month. Like the month challenge thing. Like, I honestly am rooting for her because I like horror and it's hard to find people who write them well. Right, so this is Dame Butterfly. Right, Dame Butterfly's entry of this Okay, so let's just take a look first. I'll review it later. So this just in, another house caught fire, the 10th one in the last week. A loud explosion emitted in the background of the reporter's broadcast. Specks of bricks fell from the sky like cookie crumbs. So this is a comparison thing. This is for visualization. This is a basic writing technique. It's good, except that right, these things should probably be like in a different kind of paragraph, or like in a different paragraph. Basically it should not be together because you want a audio stimulus over here. This is audio stimulus and this is a visual stimulus, so the thing is not very smooth tying it in. So you could have used the reporter's reaction to bring this visual representation in as a smoother transition. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Okay, so based on our resources, it seems that owner is a man by the name of Danny Delusions, a well-known drug addict who... A tortoise! A fucking fire-breathing tortoise did this. A ragged, scraggy man body slammed the reporter out of the way, face shoving directly into the camera lens. Okay, 2-inch menace. Okay, missing messenger. I saw it with my own eyes. The little shit blew up like a toy flamethrower. 3 officers dashed over, tackling the man and almost knocking over the camera as another explosion went off behind them. Okay, this part here, very choppy transition. So this man is deranged. You have to know that this man is deranged. And then in the background, you have to describe. So what you can do, I would suggest for smoother transition, is to like a movie, pan and zoom in. So from the man, zoom out and then say that, switch to another transition that is a little bit more neutral. For example, the cameraman, and then introduce the officers behind. You can even use auditory stimulus to actually link it. So instead of saying that the 3 officials dashed over, so you can say that the camera freaked out but then took a look behind the crazy man and then they heard the sound of sirens, something like that. So that would have been a more smooth transition. Right? Clearing his throat, the report came and went, focusing on the reporter went back to focus on reporting as if, not as though, as if there wasn't a crazed man being dragged away. As he continued to, okay, this is not very well written, so this can be worked a little bit more. Alright, to scream about the 2-inch fire-breathing menace. Okay, unbeknownst to them, millions of little cheers emitted up from the bright green grass. Tiny specks of popcorn, chips, and other discarded junk food were tossed into the air as the cheer rang. Okay, this part is completely unrelated to that, which, okay, the linking is okay because unbeknownst to them. Right, it's just that it's a little bit sudden. You can do a little bit of foreshadowing in like the first part here. Foreshadowing is a skill that you drop subtle hints so that when it comes up later, the readers, while surprised and unprepared, they can actually follow. So they don't actually like, what's going on? Like you suddenly teleport them to Mars. No. Okay, do a little bit of foreshadowing. It will help this pop out better. Right, another victory. All hail the mighty fire-breathing god. All those discarded pepper seeds finally came in handy. The queen and smirked, lava bouncing on her knee as the rest of the colony went crazy celebrating. The colony destroyers didn't find it so funny when their houses were the ones being burnt down now, did they? 10 down, millions to go. Okay, so this part here is where the horror sets in. So this is good. This part is good. So I would say to work on the transitions in the first place because it's not so smooth, whereby you can't really follow through the plot. That's one thing, right? So hopefully I would see improvements. Right, and then this is where I edit stuff in. And then this is not going to be counted into the score tally. I did not count this in because this is just an example. I just want to raise the heat of this competition if people are competing even. Right, so a lot of them struggled with the one discard message length from. So I say you can literally do it like 4 lines. Like haikus are known as 575 syllable poems. They are like super short. You don't have to write like a long thing here. Right, it doesn't have to be very long. So it can be things like fire breathing tortoise. So simple as that. So fire breathing tortoise, fire breathing tortoise. Right, so that's how I designed this. So fire in the hole, breathing in the smoke, tortoise trotting alone, a fire breathing tortoise. Not the best, but it was like a 5-second effort. Right, you can do something like this as well. It's just having fun. Okay, on that topic of having fun, someone requested, I'm not sure if my Discord people want this, but they they requested doing this again for like Christmas, but I'm still hesitant to do it because my server is not completely active. So although I want to host events like this from time to time, I need people to actually join and participate. So if you are watching this on YouTube and you want to give it a try, please join my Discord server, and then we shall see if there are enough participants in December. I might do like an advent calendar kind of thing for you guys, but you probably need to own an Instagram, so you don't have to follow me, but you'll have to tag me. So thankfully it's a public tag. And oh yes, I wanted to show this. Google finally gave me my rights. So if you Google me, tang tang, right, they gave me this thing here, which I finally have my rights to like control this. So if you don't know, you can just click on this and then it goes straight to my Instagram. Okay, you can tag me there. So this is my username, my handle. Okay, this is my handle, right? So this is something that I'm looking forward to in December. It's about 2 months from now, October, November. Yeah, about 2 months from now. So depending on how well the success of this event goes, I might consider not hosting it. But so far it still looks good enough, right? So the last entry for Fire Breathing Tortoise is this. So the title of this by DHE is Read the Warning. So here, okay, after looking around the filthy pet store, none had piqued Harley's interest. She had been longing for a pet now, but none of them were remotely great options. That was when her eyes were drawn to a small red tortoise enclosed in a concrete container with the label Warning, breathes fire. I mean, that is very straightforward, right? So this is good, right? She had not seen anything like it. Was it a genetic experiment, a rare mutation? Also, she heard that it poops once every few days. A perfect pet for her needs. What could go wrong? This young lad is a real hottie. The store owner petted it. Cost 20. Wanna have it? Harley looked at the owner. He wasn't even normal in the slightest. He had a worn-down apron and rotting teeth. It was like he was homeless since birth. Not to mention that there was the shady drug dealer right next to the alleyway. He must have bought 1 or 2 in his lifetime. Why? Okay, English here. Okay, so why does it cost that cheap? Okay, she asked. Just cause I feel like it, the owner laughed. This guy's absolutely bonkers and shady. Who would even do that? He must be joking, right? However, it's a bargain. A rare opportunity to get it for a low price. I'll take it. Alright, that will be $200. So this part here, when I read this, I was like, is it a typo? But it was real. I was like, oh wow, daylight robbery, like rip-off in a store. Okay, so excuse me, did he bump the price up tenfold? This is unacceptable. Oh man, are you trying to scam me? She yelped. I will need to talk to your landlord. The landlord? Okay, just there is a difference between a store manager and a landlord. The landlord is someone who collects rent from your store, so they don't own your store. If you really want to be a Karen, DHE, you might want to replace this with manager. Yeah. So the man was like, you don't want extra services? He raised his eyebrows. That'll be 20 with a cardboard box, but be careful with it, it breathes fire. So in this part here, maybe you could explain a little bit. Instead of say it's $200, from 20 to 200, and you say, okay, we sell it for $200, and then you could develop this part a little bit more. There's not enough plot and tension here, so it's a bit lacking in that sense. Right, so the girl was like, yeah, whatever, just give me the tortoise already. Well, that was an easy bargain. So over here, I would actually want to see the shopkeeper's reaction to her stupidity. That would have been great, right? Okay, well, that was an easy bargain. She didn't expect the owner to agree on making it cheaper just for her. It wasn't actually cheaper. It was the original price of 20 that is stated there. Alright, so this is maybe a minor plot hole. Right, after paying for a newly priced pet, she placed it in the trunk and slammed it shut. Just as she was about to drive a car, a hole formed in the truck. What was going on? She opened the truck to see the tortoise breathing fire. She froze as the only thing came to her mind. She would sue that old man for the vehicle damages it caused. Okay, English. But in any case, this part here is not so well written because it's not developed logically, whereby you slam it shut. Okay, that's true. You were about to drive. A hole formed in the truck, but the hole was formed by fire. Shouldn't you feel the heat first? So it's a sensory thing whereby when you write, don't just write as if you are seeing something only. Write as if you were there in person, whereby you can feel, you can hear, you can do all the things that you can do as a person in real life. Don't just make them move around like puppets. Okay, that is not a very effective writing manner where you cannot immerse a reader into your world with just visual alone, right? So this, I think, yeah, okay, this one is actually tomorrow's stream, so I will go through 13 tomorrow. So 13 is actually like just a number. You can do anything with 13. I saw some really good ones here, which I will not go through now, so I'll leave it to you to see again tomorrow, right? I will not be counting my own cookies in case you guys are doubting me. This is the cookie score. I am not inside here at all, if you can see. Yeah, so don't vote for me, okay? It's not gonna be counted. That's all. Right, did I manage to keep it to the time limit? Let me see. I guess so. Yes, okay, 20 minutes. That's great. But then again, not many people actually participated this round, so it's fine. I'll do this again tomorrow, so if you still want to participate, you have about 11 hours. Yep, you have about 11 hours to submit your prompts, and that's all for me today. If you want to host the Christmas prompt thingies, I need more people to join. Alright, so thanks. Do subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Wednesday stream is still on, then I'll see you next time. Bye!